I'm Rial Barnett, and I'm here with Troy Ermish, and we're here to talk about Datsun 510s. So, Troy, you've been racing 510s, building 510s. You told me a killer story yesterday about your first 510. Maybe we'll save that for another interview, but today you're again fastest man on the track. Tell us, what's it like to be racing at Laguna Seca for you? How long have you been racing here? And then tell us a little bit about the car behind us.
Yeah, so the 38 car is my car. I've been driving it since about 2006. First vintage car I was able to put together, and it wasn't long afterwards that had the ability to do well, and I had some customers come along and they liked my platform. They liked what I had put together, and so I've had an opportunity to build probably around 15 or 18 different 510s for different guys across the country just to be sedan race. So today we have a couple of cars here. I have one customer here from Chicago. I'm taking care of his car and transporting it, and then Daniel Wu, he's from the Bay Area, and I'm also taking care of his car. And then another car here belongs to Armin, and that's a high school friend that just got into racing, and he wanted opportunity to drive the best car. So I said, of course,
Nice.
Datsun 510 would be that car.
Yeah. I remember being at a race where I think you had somebody from South America here.
No, I actually have two customers from Portugal,
Oh,
and they come in twice a year, 3 times a year, and they just come in. I do transportation and we take care of all the track support, and they just fly in with their helmet, and then they fly home.
how sweet is that? And you're based in Tracy, right?
Yeah, Tracy, California.
Great. Well, let's go take a look at this incredible engine bay. I think everybody knows I'm a fanatic about all B sedans, but the Datsun 510s, the BMWs, the Alphas, they're all my favorite. But man, something about these 510 motors are just, you can't stop looking at them. So what do we have here?
So this is just a 1800. Rebello builds all of our engines, so it's right around 13.5 to 1 compression, 1.8 liter with dual 44 millimeter Makunis, and these are all developing right around 230 horse, and they redline at about 8,000, 8,100 RPM, and it is nice. There's a lot of room in the engine compartments here. Super simple to work on, and they're fortunately they're relatively easy to get parts for. So you get a lot of events out of one build.
That's great. And you run Makunis most of the time?
Strictly Makunis. Yeah, Japanese cars need to have Japanese carburetors.
Makes sense to me. And then I noticed you got the wheels off on the fastest B sedan here. What's going on? Are you changing tires or brakes?
Yeah, we're just a standard service. I get put a lot of abuse. Laguna Seca is pretty hard on cars here. There's a lot of high compression areas and really, really hard on braking. So we always just get a chance in between events during the course of the weekend to get it up in the air. And we just want to look at all the suspension. 50 years old. Want to make sure we don't see any cracks, any fatiguing going on. Checking all the nuts and bolts and checking out how much brake pad we have left and how much shoe material we have left, and just kind of getting a prep for the feature race today.
All right, I want to tell anybody who's thinking about turning their 510 into a race car or thinking about buying a 510, they really need to be reaching out to Troy and getting his expertise before you do anything. Troy, what's the best way for somebody to track you down? Just on the internet?
The internet, sure. You just have to Google my last name, Ermish. I'm the only one in there. So I've been building 510s for 30 plus years. So it's easy to find me. My website's ermishracing.com, and I'll be happy to help anybody that calls.
Right on. Troy, thanks again for bringing these beautiful cars back to life and displaying them on the track and in the paddock. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, see you.
See you.